In this video, I'm going to be doing three things. One, going over the biggest mistake I see when doing hair. Two, the technique that I apply to do hair. And then three, displaying that technique. So with that being said, I'm going to start off with the soft line versus the hard line. Now, the most common thing I need to see artists stop doing when doing hair is making hard lines. And naturally in tattooing, the idea is to make hard lines because bold, hard lines help things hold up over time. But when it comes to photorealism, these things do not exist. There is no hard line in photographs. There are only soft edges, and how soft an edge is determines the sharpness of a photo, versus when something is extremely hard, it creates a sharpness. I'll use the pencil drawing for example. See, use the pencil as an example for your mag. See how I'm going back and forth softly? Now, when you apply more pressure, it creates a bolder line. Same thing with your mag. And when you graze the skin softly, you can brush it in slowly, just like how you do with your pencil. This was what they call the pendulum shading technique. Now let me show you. I'm going to be using the pendulum shading technique as shown in the previous example. And I'm just going to go back and forth, slowly brushing in that black. And as you can see there, see those little lines there? I'm going to use that as reference for my stencil and where I'll have those highlights open. As I slowly brush in more blacks, I can choose where I want to leave open for the highlights to create the hair texture. See, as I'm here piling in a bit more black than I did in the other area to get those long strokes. As you can see in the reference, he has longer hair, and so the stroke of shine is longer and sleek. And so to create that effect, I'm just piling in the black slowly, so that way I still have a little bit of bare skin for highlights and the rest being a mid-tone, so that way the hair creates the illusion of being black or darker than the rest of the tattoo at least. So now let me show you the other angle of a part that's already complete. So over here to the top left of his head, you can kind of see the pattern and the technique implemented. You see the openings that I have there, and it's slowly starting to create a hair texture, but it's still soft. I haven't pulled any hard lines. I just slowly shaded it in, following the direction of a hair using the pendulum shading technique. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a very slow and tedious process, but it's very much worth it. If you apply these principles and techniques with patience, you will be able to achieve amazing, realistic effects and details and allow you to create fur, hair, anything else you really want to achieve with this technique.